The bus from Livingstone to Lusaka started at 4:30 a.m. and I had not been outside of Livingstone yet, so I watched the Zambian countryside wake up with rolling green plains, clusters of round straw-roofed houses and families waking up to start their day. Disclaimer, it was the bumpiest bus I'd been on in Africa so far, and arriving into Lusaka's chaotic bus station was an experience. I stopped at Sea Salt for some lunch because I was starving.
And this is Batumba and samosas. Yes, lovely lady is giving them to me.
And the next morning I headed out to Chamanuka National Park and Lodge, which is a colonial looking lodge where you can pay a set amount for a day of activities. We started with a buffet lunch with a local band for entertainment, then went on to do a game drive where you can spot giraffes, zebras, ostriches, elephants and buffalo. After lunch we did a cheese tasting that's accompanied by wine, and I also did a little lake cruise at sunset. The activities available differ at different points of the year, so always check ahead before going. Now do bear in mind that this was a much more commercialized safari experience. It was busy and there were lots of people switching between the different activities available. It wasn't the same as like a private game reserve experience, but definitely worth the money that you pay for with what you get with all the activities. This little guy made my day though. I have no idea how he got on my bag. The guide who drove my sunset boat was a particular favorite for me. He was fun and knowledgeable and pointed out a fish eagle in the trees. I would not have noticed that otherwise. I was the final cruise of the day, so afterwards we drove back to the main lodge looking at the perfect African sunset through the trees before heading back to Lusaka. One cafe in central Lusaka I liked working from was Taste. It had the most peaceful garden, comfy chairs, plugs, as well as good Wi-Fi, and their breakfast was amazing too. I actually caught the 6 a.m. bus down from Lusaka to Siavonga and spent time at Lake Kariba. I stayed at Lake Kariba Inns. It was good value for money and the food was great too. It was a lovely spot to just relax and recoup, and I personally found it really nice to remote work from there. The bus back to Lusaka though departs at 4 a.m, which meant I was up and waiting for the bus organised through the hotel at 3 a.m. It wasn't ideal, but again, the only way to get myself back to Lusaka and ready for my flight back to Dubai.